time. Tyler Hero, what a finisher he's become.
Lane, Oladipo. Oh, that's right. You better mean mug after you dunk on somebody that way.
Gonna run it down. He goes with it. Adebayo for the win.
Yeah! Welcome to the 5 Reasons Sports Post Game Show, aka the Post Up on 5R. We bite, baby!
Let's go.
We winning the fucking title, bitches.
Oh.
So, I'm your host, Roy H. Evan, and I'm joined by my man, Brian Young, my man, Jonathan Robinson. He changed his name right before we got on here. My man, Gadiel Cartagena, and of course, oh man, my bad, Brian. We got 3 Ks on the pedal today, but my boys Threat and Kendall on this bitch. Yo, we blew the Kings' ass out. I'm convinced. They figured it out. It's over. We winning the title. Heat in 5. Whatever. Brian, we gonna start with you, bro. What you saw tonight, man? Yeah, we damn right, Marcus Hunter. We bite. Heat in 5.
Yeah, I just kind of want to set the scene with what's been happening. We had Jimmy thinking he's nice, playing buddy ball with Kyle Lowry, Duncan Robinson chasing the ghost of Joe Rogan, Victor Oladipo trying to get Spotify plays. He's doing vocal warm-ups in the back. Bam Adebayo looking in the mirror saying, "You're a role player," over and over to himself. Just a lot of shit, a lot of really, really bad shit. And tonight, he got together. They said, "We got a top 5 men's YMCA team and all of Sacramento coming in. We got to get this done." And they came together. They played team basketball, which is the craziest thing because, you know, we hadn't seen it. It's been a lot of Jimmy ISOs, a lot of Kyle Lowry, a lot of freezing certain guys out the offense. But tonight the ball moved. They played defense. Like, it just looked like the team that we saw all season. Tyler played great. Jimmy played great. Max played pretty well in the starting spot. Duncan Robinson played well off the bench. So this was a good team.
Max, the birthday boy.
Yeah, shout out to Max. Shout out to Max.
I see a theme going on here. Royal said we're back. Brian said Max is good tonight. Are we lying? Is this what we're doing?
Wrong, man. Like,
I'll wait to hear what Brett has to say.
Listen, the bar has been in hell for the past week. So I'm good. I'm happy. Like Royal said, we win the chip. Like, life is good as a Miami Heat fan. Like, we're good. This is a great win.
Are we the 1 seed again?
If the Raptors don't score in about 12.6 seconds, no. But if they do, we have a chance.
I mean, the Celtics are going to win their game.
Shut up.
All right, Threat said it, so he's got to be right. Fucking, we're the 2 seed again, I guess.
You know that motherfucker Nostradamus, bro. Everything you say come to fruition out here. Rumlicott, my boy. Tell me what you saw from tonight's game, man.
You on mute.
Hey, bro, why does he keep doing this, bro? I think he's doing this shit on purpose.
It's a bit.
Bro said.
But the Heat were just playing like they were playing before kind of we got Oladipo and when we got my God, Cedric. Before we got everybody like back, right? Because the rotations were better. It seemed like having Gabe coming off the bench just made things flow better. I can't remember who said it, but somebody said Gabe was the second best pick and roll operator. So that was Jack.
Oh my God, sorry.
So I agree with that.
We good.
Yeah, I agree with that 100%. I've been saying that too, especially with that Yurt. When him and Yurt were playing together, he was throwing lobs to Yurt money. So Gabe coming back was honestly really big for this team. I felt like Jimmy played phenomenally. I mean, let's not take away from it. The man, we've been all saying to trade the dude. We've been all on his ass, to be honest. But he gave us a good night tonight. And obviously, we're not going to get 3 for 4 from downtown every single night. But the fact that he was able to just at least hit a couple of them showed that, all right, something's there. He can do it. And as far as Bam Adebayo, man, I loved what I saw from him. I feel like he just started being a little more aggressive. Once Tyler Hero came on the floor, it was just immediate pick and roll with him and Bam. And now that was perfect because he just let him up. And once he got going, he just kept it going all night long. And with him rolling to the rim and just finishing around the rim, it was good there. defensively, we saw him kind of start to stick to the rim just a little bit more. And I liked seeing that because keeping him around the rim ended up getting him, 14, 15 rebounds. I think that was perfect as well. And I mean, what else can we say about Tyler Hero, man? Him and Bam have that chemistry. I think that's the best two-man chemistry in our team right now. And he's going to continue just to grow as a player. And I feel like he is our best offensive player right now.
There was a lot of Bam saying, "I don't give a fuck what you call it on offense. I'm finna shoot the ball." Like that's what it felt like. A lot of times he just, and we've seen it before, and we've liked it then, and I like it now. I don't care what the play is. I'm finna shoot, and it looked like this, and I was happy with it. Kendall, don't come on here with that hating shit, bro.
Nah, bro. I'm just
talk
vibing on
about-
the beat.
Oh, okay.
You know, it was the Sacramento Kings. They did what they had to do. You like to see that because who did they lose against? You know what I'm saying? They've been losing against these young up and down teams, and they found ways to match that. You know what I'm saying? You know, hating going on, and even if I did come on here hating, nigga, you gonna have to sit there and listen to it straight like that. What are you talking about? Yeah, it's a badass in the building. But no,
right.
hey, but no, you know, I like the way the offense looked. Jimmy played efficiently in it, but it didn't seem like it was forced number one option type playing. I mean, I said in the chat, you know, jokingly, maybe this might help his 3-point percentage, not seeing him try to bulldoze his way to the rim, like to open up. Instead, they went to Bam early on, you know what I'm saying? Even though it took us a while to get there, we missed some easy looks. Defensively, I ain't even going to comment on that because, like Brian said, it was a YMCA team, the Stockton Kings, like Gad mentioned. So I ain't gonna go too crazy on that. They just did. I just like the way the offense looked. Tyler and Bam, that is the way. The pick and roll, that is the way. Spo been watching the streams. He did not miss the last game because of personal issues. He missed the last game because he had to make sure he was home to watch us on the big screen because we know ball. And, you know, that's our dog. So, you know, we gave him some notes, a third eye, you know what I'm saying, a different perspective. And you see the results on that offense is clicking now. You know what I'm saying?
For sure. Listen, bro, I see y'all in the comments teeing me up before we get to that dono. They want the boy to go ahead and talk about Bam being aggressive. And, of course, that transitions into the lovely Mr. Net and the people over at A Aggressive Insurance. We want to thank them as the primary sponsors of the 5 Reasons Sports postgame show. If you guys have any insurance needs, please visit www.insurancebylynette.com or give her and her agents a call at 954-581-8800. This is very important. Make sure you mention 5 Reasons Sports because if you do, she's giving away free vacation vouchers. So thank Miss Lynette and her team for sponsoring the 5 Reasons Sports post-game show for the entire year. Really appreciate them. Want to thank James Todd for the $10 dono. He said, my wife asked me why I was crying. I told her that he actually helped down for a quarter lead. Hope we finish the season strong. Me too. Thank you, somebody, for the $2 donos. He said, I'm just happy to see Dunkin' Donuts move to the bench. Hey, man. As a matter of fact.
Speaking of Duncan, to Brian's point, here's a picture of Duncan Robinson trying to chase Joe Rogan.
That's him That's him down the trail running through DHOs, bro. Running through pin downs.
The whole
playing
game.
tag with Joe Rogan.
Yes, indeed. Yadiel Cartagena, let's get to your thoughts on tonight's game, bro.
I think there was a bit of a shift in terms of like the process offensively, kind of what Kendall was alluding to. You saw some staggering in lineups, which is what I really, really, really wanted to see. Who's the first sub that came out of the game?
Jimmy Butler.
Who's the first sub that came into the game?
Hero.
That shit makes a huge difference because then it opens up Bam and Hero lineups early on, and then it opens up Jimmy and Hero lineups later. And then you're probably only getting like 2 to 3 minutes of overlap of Jimmy and Bam until the end of the first half. That's going to be the recipe if this team wants to get a really good start. I think what they did was fantastic. I like what Spo did tonight. You saw some trimming of the fat in terms of the rotation too. You got Gabe in there instead of Depot. You didn't really play another player in terms of for Caleb or Markeith's absence. Those two just didn't play. Caleb was hurt. Markeith just DNP. And I think that's necessary. Shorten the rotation. Start figuring things out. Duncan off the bench, I will say I did like the looks that he was getting. It wasn't none of that handoff stuff. A lot of it was just opportunistic because they were driving, they were kicking, and look at what happens when you actually give a good shooter easy, wide open looks as opposed to trying to run off of 3 pin down screens and run off of 2 handoffs and create a movement shot. That's just overall a less efficient shot. So I liked what they did offensively. Jonathan kind of talked about it. What we do with with Hero, man. The offense is so much easier when he's on the floor. I like seeing that. I like seeing Gabe back. Wasn't a perfect game. There was still some hit or miss moments for him there, but just an upgrade over what Debo's been able to bring, mainly because of the pick and roll ability, and he's also just pretty solid defensively. But I'm not taking away too much. I'm going to wait to see what this playoff rotation looks like and what this offense looks like against the Celtics, because it isn't going to be playoff basketball, but it's going to be much, much closer to what we're going to see come playoff time than what we saw tonight. So good win. Happy we got the win, but I'm going to hold my optimism until I see it happen against a really good basketball team.
You don't have any guts. Threat.
Bro, what can I say?
Did you see anything positive? Do you have any positive takeaways?
Oh, I got a lot positive to say. Once again, I was right, ladies and gentlemen. I stated in the first week of the season, my boy Strus was going to overtake Duncan. I was called terrible names. Terrible names. I won't repeat on stream, but we're going to stick to ball. You feel me? But shout out to Strus cracking the lineup. Shout out to Strus cracking the lineup. He played dog shit tonight, but that don't matter. That does not matter.
He hit that Duncan roll. He hit that Duncan roll to a T. It's not the players. It's the roll. That is impossible.
I'm starting to believe that too. But shout out to Strus anyways, because he did what we've been begging him to do, which was replace Duncan out the lineup. Any game where Bam Adebayo is the leading shot attempt or is leading the team in shot attempts is a good game to me. We love to see it. We love an aggressive Bam. A lot of easy looks. I love how we had my dog. I'm not gonna say my dog. I love how we saw Jimmy Butler in the LeBron James role. You feel me? Out the game in the 6 minutes, in the game in the 2-minute mark, staggering him, surrounding him with shooters, having him play at the 4. It was very LeBron-esque that Spo had to get in his bag with when game planning for this game. So I like to see that a lot. It's a lot of positives to take from this game. We're going to see how we roll into Boston, but I do like the lineup changes, man. Spo is a genius. He's one of the greatest coaches of all time for a reason. Never doubt him. As long as you got Spo, you'll always be in the game at all times, man, for real.
For sure. What I think I meant Voodoo Visions for the 199. Don't know. He said stock just moved to a second round exit.
Let's go.
Hey, bro.
We're up.
The title.
One more win and one more work. We're conference finals. 2
right
more?
Now.
Oh, my God. I'm going to start dancing on stream.
Heat in 5. That's 4. What we had already.
Heat in 6 until further notice, actually.
I could take Heat in 6. You know what I mean?
That's where I'm at.
That Boston game at OT. I ain't even peeped that.
Hey, man. 1 seed. Here we come.
The Raptors against the world. Let's go. We the North, baby.
Shout out Ariel Latiz. Now, one of the primary themes of this game, kind of like, because I know we could go player by player, but I do want to talk about some of the adjustments that we've seen. A lot of it was stuff that we've been asking for. Spo kind of found a way to stagger the minutes between Jimmy and Bam, got more Bam Tyler minutes, shorten the rotation, all that kind of stuff. Brian, which one of those things kind of stuck out the most to you that we were able to kind of pull off and kind of gain some rhythm with tonight?
I love seeing Bam and Tyler share the court together. Like, I think it was Jonathan that said that they probably have the best chemistry on the team. Like, it feels that it almost feels like Tyler is basically the only guy that rewards Bam for all the hard work he does. I mean, earlier in the season, we saw Tyler damn near commit war crimes with some of those lives he threw, but now he's actually hitting Bam, and it's like, whoa, okay. Like, with Jimmy on the court, you see Bam kind of just like he throws his hands up. And he's like, all right, I'm gonna go, stay in the corner and not really do shit, right? Because he's not getting the ball from Jimmy. But with Tyler, like, he's actually involved in the offense. Like, he's live off ball. And that's huge. So I'm thinking that that's probably something we're going to see a lot more of going forward. And I think it's something that works. Like, Jimmy and Bam, as we know, aren't a good fit together. But Bam and Tyler are. So why not roll with that?
No, for sure. I'm with it. Ramla Khan, what was your favorite adjustment tonight?
Yeah, there was. I just feel like there was one thing that I saw. I think it was in the 4th quarter or in the 3rd quarter, where it was like Bam, Jimmy, and then like the 3 shooters, right? Hero, Strus, and Max, or Hero, Strus, and Robinson, and they got a couple of good looks off of it because they were allowed to spread the floor like tremendously. And don't get me wrong, like I felt like there was going to be like a lot of defensive problems with that, but that lineup kind of held its own solidly defensively as well. Now, I don't
Against
know
the
how
Stockton
long
Kings.
that sample size would work, but I felt like that was another good adjustment to make. Brian already alluded to the hero Bam lineups that I felt that was probably the best one, but I feel like when you have Bam and you have Jimmy Butler, you have to have a couple of shooters around there. Maybe you sub in Max for Gabe Vincent and you have like Gabe Vincent, Tyler Hero, Duncan Robinson, and then Jimmy Bam. So you have 3 shooters around them and they still have a plus defender at the top of the key. I think there's a couple of adjustments you can do there, but I think that's something that might work pretty well.
I fucks with it. To be honest with you, I fucks with it. Kendall, what was your favorite adjustment from tonight?
That coming into this game, Spo was able to watch us on the post game stream and actually go back to some of our Clutch Corner episodes, and then he was taking notes because these boys up here, we know ball, you know what I'm saying? So he's seen the fact that you know what I'm saying. He's seen the fact that we've been saying. I said since the All-Star break, I want to see more Tyler and Bam because Tyler playmaking ability, scoring at 3 levels is clicking. So you know what I'm saying. And that boy got into the best 10-game stretch of his career before he missed the game. And so, we seen that. We seen the staggering the minutes that people been begging for because Bam and Jimmy be in each other way. And, it was paint. The paint was Bam's for a little bit. And the third, he took him out. It was Jimmy's paint. So you love to see it. You love to see it. I don't even know what the 2 options were, but that's just the one I went with. Freestyle off the top.
It's cool. It's a freestyle question. Gab, what was your favorite adjustment from the Heat tonight?
Yeah, I just like the staggering. I'm going to go back to that same point. Tyler and Jimmy works. Tyler and Bam works. Tyler with pretty much anybody works as long as you don't have too many bad defenders on the floor. Yeah. So I like seeing that. I like seeing them let Tyler go to work. Really, that is what made the difference. I thought that was what really set us apart early on in the game. And then from then on, Jimmy got going, Bam got going. It's really easy for this team to be good when it's just Jimmy working with shooters or Bam working with shooters. The problem is making it work with them together. That's what I still want to try to see over the next 6 games or so. And another adjustment, I guess you consider Gabe Vincent, him playing. I just like having someone who can actually play point of attack defense in there. Not that it was too valuable tonight, but just having that and not getting absolutely barbecued by a young guard is pretty cool because Davion Mitchell has low-key been balling. I didn't think he stood out and did anything crazy tonight, but he's a pretty damn good player. So just having people that can play defense at the point of attack is very cool because Kyle Lowry has not really been what we expected from that front. But hey, the rotation, if this is the playoff rotation, I don't know about you guys, I'm somewhat comfortable with it. I don't think Strus would be in it as much.
Yeah.
But he'd probably be the one that gets cut in my opinion. And you probably add Caleb in. But if that's what we're working with, I'm with it. That seems like the best 9 or 10 that we can play.
No, I'm with that shit for sure. Threat, what was your favorite adjustment tonight, bro?
My favorite adjustment is what everybody was saying, but I'm gonna go a little different route just to throw it in the mix. Is keeping Depot and Keith fast on the bench. Simple as that. I feel like even though I'm not big on Gabe Vincent, I feel like he's the better fit for this team. Yeah, no, I feel like he's a better fit for this team.
We found something that's been wrong about.
He's a better fit for this team because of the spacing that he allows Jimmy Butler to have when we get into that rotation, and also Gad alluded to, the pick and roll with Bam. So there were some positives. I do want to see what we can do a little bit different with PJ and Keith as opposed to Keith playing the 5. Maybe Keith get back to the 4. I do kind of want to see him tinker a little bit with that, but for the most part, what he's been doing the last couple games, inserting him into the lineup this late into the season, trying to get it to gel, hasn't been clicking. So I'm just glad he kept their ass on the bench.
No, for sure.
To add on to that, it's how much are we gonna prioritize rehabbing and getting Oladipo involved in the offense this late in the season? Gabe Vincent has been running that second, the first team when Kyle Lowry was out, but he's running the bench. He's a good pick and roll player. He knows how to play off ball. He's good on defense, and he knows kind of where to be as well, and kind of just not muck up the offense and slow things down. It's how much are we going to give Oladipo as far just because of that name value? And don't get me wrong, I want to see him, get back to 75% of what it's going to be, but I think Gabe Vincent just should hold that spot, and I don't really want to see Oladipo much anymore.
We're going to go Gad first, and then we're going to go Threat after that.
Okay.
Jonathan, what's the first letter in Oladipo's name?
Oh.
What's the last letter?
Last name or V?
Oh, he's talking about the zeros.
Zero.
Listen,
minutes are earned, not given. I think that's kind of what you're gonna see. Like we tried the whole thing with Victor Oladipo, and it looks like he's just not all the way there yet. That's no fault of Vic. Hopefully, he can end up figuring it out in Miami. But I don't think that's something that you're really gonna work with. Like if you are, it is going to be in a situation where you are either up or down a lot, because he is literally still not dribbling with his left. And as much as I want to see the man succeed, that's not where we're at right now.
Ain't ready. Threat, you want to jump in now?
Yeah, two things. One, Victor Oladipo had to get inserted into the lineup because he had to cover their own ass, mainly Pat Riley, because he sold the fans on that being the big midseason acquisition 2 years in a row. So he had to cover his own ass. He had to get some type of minutes. Let's be real. Secondly, I feel like they know there's kind of a weak spot with Gabe Vincent, so they were kind of hoping that they could get something out of Victor Oladipo, and it just hasn't worked. So, I mean, we'll see what happens during playoff time, but, I just feel like they had to really cover their own ass, and that's the biggest thing why Victor Oladipo had to play, even though he didn't earn it necessarily.
Yeah, I think you're right. I think that they had to at least explore what they had in them, because the potential there, like if he had kind of been able to get himself into a rhythm and play well, then the potential for what he could do to this team is well beyond that of what Gabe Vincent can do. But as we saw, he's probably not going to be able to reach that this season. So you go to what you know. Kendall and Brian, I know everybody else kind of weighed in on Gabe Vincent a little bit, but I'm going to throw it to y'all and let y'all kind of give y'all thoughts on Gabe Vincent, because he had a pretty huge impact despite not like scoring well or assisting or anything. Kendall, I want to throw it to you first, bro. Talk about what Gabe Vincent did tonight that just made him, just kind of fit in and help the team continue to run smoothly.
Yeah, that's exactly where I was going. It just looked smoother. It didn't look like clunky. It didn't look like Gabe doesn't. Like, since we're not expecting so much out of Gabe and Gabe knows his game, like, Gabe doesn't have to really press at this point. Like, he knows, like, that he could just play the way he's been playing, and, like, most of the time is going to be a positive result. Like, Depot had to press, and I've been the one, I never thought that Victor Oladipo, like, was going to get right. And, I would always say the joke, quad falling off the bone. But, like, seriously, though, it's just like just coming from where he's come from. Like, he was an all-star, you know what I'm saying? He was at the top of his game, and to go through like 2 significant injuries in the same spot, like I'm not going to put no faith in that. I seen like all-stars and superstar players and star players like hit a rut like with injuries, and then they just don't come back, being the same player. Especially on a team like this. So it's like I think Gabe is solidified at this point. And I really like a potential lineup. They had Gabe, Tyler, Strus. Well, no, they had Strus, Duncan, and Tyler with Bam and Jimmy. I would like to see Gabe, Tyler, maybe Caleb Martin at the 3, Jimmy, and then Bam, because then you got 3 spacers. Like, Caleb's shot is, it's going to come and go, but at least, he could put the ball down and attack. Mm-hmm. So it gives you something different. And at the same time, you just got 2 players that's gonna go to the rim. Like, Gabe could just be a spot up shooter or run the pick and roll with Bam, and it gives another pick and roll player like alongside Tyler and Bam while they're in the game. So I just believe in finding more ways to unlock Bam Adebayo and empower him to be a scorer instead of someone who's like facilitating and like being a screen servant. And as well, it's like the more you give to. Like, it is a joke. I made a joke, but it did say Jimmy's shot didn't look flat. But he also wasn't going crazy at the rim to begin the game. So it's just like, take some pressure off that man. At the same time, like, I've been killing him saying that it's time to hand the keys over. But at the same time, you're helping them. And I think Gabe Vincent can help Bam become a better scorer. Therefore, it's a trickle-down effect with this team. Just like the chains have to be connected for it to click, it's a trickle-down effect with those things there.
Yeah, I think Gabe is a big part of that chain, and it's because you can play Gabe with damn near any lineup that we have, and he'll find a role in it. He can play on ball, off ball. He can shoot a little bit, and he damn sure can help at the point of attack defense. And so I think Gabe's versatility at that position, excuse me, is what makes him so valuable. Brian, I want you to weigh in on Gabe Vincent.
Yeah, I was actually going to say the same thing as you were all. Like, Gabe isn't great at any one thing, but he's solid at everything, right? Like he can play on ball, off ball. He could be, he could spot up. He can work in the pick and roll. Like he's just good. So even if he's not scoring a lot, right, you still trust him to be a good defender. You still trust him to be a good facilitator. If he's not doing those things, you still trust him to be a scorer. I think we had a conversation early in the season about where he ranks as like a 3-level scorer even on this team, and he's pretty high up there. Like his value is just in so many areas that I think this team just functions better with him on the court as opposed to Victor Oladipo, who is coming off essentially almost 2 years of not playing much basketball. He didn't have an offseason with these guys, didn't have training camp, all that stuff, whatever. It's just tough. It's just tough to fit that guy in, and with a guy that's been so valuable to this team's success up to this point, you got to roll with that guy.
No, for sure. I want to thank Darius Jordan for the $2 dono. He said Raps win. For sure. That means the Heat are the 1 seed again. Thank you, the Unidentified Celebrity Review, for the $10 dono. We miss you, bro. He said, yo, I had to watch the game to kill the bad juju. He said, happy to see them bringing the bum off the bench. Finally. We're going to get to that topic actually next. That's where I wanted to go with him. But we want to thank my man Darius Jordan again with the $20 dono. Thanks for the dub, my boy. He said, Bam had a double-double with 15 rebounds. I'm a man of my word. Each time it happens, the 20 will be given.
Yes, sir.
There you go.
That's a real one, bro. We appreciate you, Brody. But no, let's go to Duncan, bro, because they brought him off the bench. And we've seen this before when Duncan first came back after he had missed his little stretch. He was coming off the bench for a little while. He looked good off the bench then. He looked good off the bench tonight, too. I'm fucking with the Duncan off the bench thing. We'll start with Threat. You ain't talking in a while. We'll start with you, bro. Duncan off the bench, question mark?
Yeah, I think he should start off the bench for the rest of his damn career. I think he's just a bench guy. Shout out to him. Great shooter. Phenomenal. I think I love it because we're not spamming dribble handoffs to start the game off all damn game. And I think that made Bam get in a different mindset going into this game. And he was kind of in attack mode a little bit more than usual because he wasn't looking to just dump the ball off to Duncan off the rip. So, yeah, as far as this team goes, man, I need Duncan ass off the bench. And I think he played a great game today, man. The shots was knocking down. I feel like it was less pressure on him to knock down shots, especially early, because we spammed that dribble handoff to start the game 3 years in a row. So, I mean, he's just coming into the game. He's back as if he was didn't sign that big-ass contract. And I think he played with a little bit more swag, a little bit more confidence today. So, shout out to him. And he wasn't getting attacked by first-team guys, man. He was getting attacked by dudes off the bench. You know what I'm saying? So he could play a little bit better defense against those type of players as opposed to the ones.
No, that's for sure. I think you mentioned something very important in terms of, like, the pressure not being on him to make shots as much. He's not designated as the shooter off the bench. Max Strus, on the other hand, does not give a shit who's on the court with him one way or the other. He's going to shoot it any goddamn way. Gad, I want you to talk about Duncan coming off the bench tonight, bro.
Yeah, no, I like that. And in terms of Strus starting, I don't think this is going to be like a permanent move, like a playoff move. I know there was questions whether we think that's going to be the case. No, I actually, for some reason, this gives me more hope that Tyler Hero will be starting. You're just going to see a massive minutes bump for Tyler Hero in the playoffs. But I digress. In terms of Duncan, yeah, Threat hit the nail on the head. Like, it is a much easier role to be in the role of what is normally Max Strus, as opposed to what is the role of normally Duncan Robinson. Because in that role, Duncan is literally just a release valve. He is literally just asked to just, if they drive and they need someone to kick to, shoot the three. In the other role, it is, okay, your gravity is the only way that we are going to score. So you need to run off 3 screens, catch the ball, dish it off to Bam, keep running to the other side, go off a hammer screen for PJ, find yourself in the corner and get open. It's a much more difficult role to play in. So yeah, I think you're definitely going to see some improvement, some efficiency from Duncan because it's just easier shots, easier. You don't have to move as much. So that'll be good. I don't really know if there's too much else to add to it. Like, that's really just how simple it is. Like, just simplifying Duncan's role, I think, is going to be very easy for him. You saw him when he was just catching wide open threes that 1 year. I mean, he was shooting, 45% on catch and shoot. It's not the craziest thing in the world that he's already been shooting well. To see him shoot a little bit better at a more elite level because he's taking easier shots off of easier looks because he's playing in an easier offense. So, yeah, I like the move with Duncan. I don't know why we were so reluctant to do it Now, does this come at the expense of Strus maybe playing worse? Sure. But if you're going to get a little bit away from the dribble handoff game, and you're going to go a little bit more to activating Bam to start the game, which you still could do with Duncan anyways, then I'm with it. If for some reason the Strus and Duncan dynamic, putting Strus in the starting lineup is what gets you to try to get Bam going early on in games, then sign me up, because that's what this team needs. And they don't hunt for it when Duncan's on the floor. Maybe it's just because Duncan is a crutch for Bam. But it looked good tonight. We'll see how it looks against Boston.
It also if it also unlocks Duncan Robinson, that's important.
It's huge. It's huge. Like you're gonna need that in the playoffs. So
yeah, you're gonna need that type of scary offense. Kendall, we know you double nickel biggest op. Like so, you know what I mean? We gotta make sure we tread lightly around you when we talk about this man. That's why we don't talk about it much. But either way. You like what you saw from the man tonight, bro?
Yeah, bro. Because he had to take his warm up after the time had already come off the clock. I mean, coming off the bench, that's his home. That's his safe space. You know what I'm saying? Like, now I could probably chill on him. You know what I'm saying? To the playoffs because we found something. It's definitely start hero season. It is what it is. You know what I'm saying? Cool. You made your threes and like Guy said, he was a release valve. Like it was nothing really ran for him. Like, and I've been saying that, you know what I'm saying? I'm tired of seeing the dribble handoffs. Like now it's like, all right, bro, just be the release. Cause at least now we know your defender like is out of the place, stuck to you. Now you kind of playing 4-on-4 to some degree. Mm-hmm. And then with like non-shooters between Jimmy and Bam, you got more space, you know what I'm saying? Instead of people just standing around like fading off of PJ. Yeah, he's been hitting, but you're gonna help off PJ because you know you just gotta close out. Like he's not gonna kill you consistently putting the ball on the ground. So now you could just keep a guy dunking in the corner, just keep him there, and his man's gonna stay with him. I just like it. Yeah, I think that's where he's supposed to be. But I'm pretty sure, you know, you're going to have to get stuffed in the locker again sometimes.
But so, I think that's about as much as anybody can get out of the Duncan Robinson thing. I kind of want to transition to PJ Tucker with Ramla Khan and Brian because we don't really be giving him no talk as of late. Thank you, Voodoo Visions, for the $4.99. Don't know. He said if the benches is scoring without Tyler in the playoffs, wouldn't you go to Max or Caleb starting in that role? Max. No, I think Max is the option there because you have to have somebody who defenses have to respect from the 3-point line in that space, and I think Max is the natural choice between those two if we had to make that choice. But I do want to go to PJ Tucker with you, Ramakai, because he's been terrible as of late. But I think what he did tonight is he kind of like varied up his game. He only took 1 3. He made that bit. The rest of the time, he was just kind of filling the role, trying to play angry man basketball, not too much. Only 24 minutes. Good game from PJ, in my opinion. What about you?
Yeah, I agree. Like you said, he just kind of stayed in his role and didn't try to do too much. Like, if you know your shots aren't going in and you're not like a volume 3-point shooter that you can just shoot out of the slump, just take the ones that come to you, right? Don't force them up. And that's what he did tonight. He took the one that came to him. It was a wide open 3, and he ended up making it. The shooting on the inside of the arc was decent as well. He had a couple of shots that he was able to make. But he
hates layups, though. He hates layups. I will tell you that much.
God. He'll take a floater over a layup all day long. But I just, like you said, he didn't do too much. And I felt like that's necessary for him because if he's not going to take days off to rest, you know, coming up to the playoffs, he's going to have to like just shorten the minutes, cut down on his usage because we're going to need that, especially come playoffs when Bam is, you know, if we're playing another team that has a, you know, a prolific offensive wing, a Jason Tatum, a Kevin Durant, you know, a Giannis Antetokounmpo, he's going to have to be that guy defensively, and we're going to need those legs. So I say use him as little as possible on the offensive end. Let him fill that role. Let him do his thing defensively, and let's roll out to the rest of the season. And when it comes to playoffs, I think he's going to be very important for this team.
No, for sure. I think Spo's kind of doing that for him. Like, he only played 24 minutes tonight. He doing the same thing kind of to Lowry. Lowry only played 26 minutes tonight. Like, he just kind of pulling their ass, let him sit down. I think the lead had a whole lot to do with that. But, yeah, PJ Tucker, Brian, any thoughts on him?
Yeah, no, Jonathan said it perfectly. Like, last season with the Bucks, I know he only played 20 games, but he was only averaging 20 minutes, and he wasn't starting. Once they got to the playoffs, that got bumped up significantly. But with a guy at his stage or at the stage he is in his career at his age, like you don't want PJ Tucker doing a whole lot. I know that earlier in the season, he was basically having like the best year of his career, playing like the mini Bam role, but you don't need that from PJ, and you probably shouldn't. Like if PJ is doing all that, there's probably something wrong. But yeah, I just like him staying in his role, kind of saving those legs for the playoffs, and once he doesn't have all that stress, then you bump up the minutes.
No, I'm fucking with it.
Bring that back up. Go ahead.
Matty M's on the bench. Pat washed. Bro, y'all playing all the threat greatest hits right now. That boy.
He been that way. That boy been watching since 2016.
Man, thank you, John Mullen, for the $1.99 dono. Depot experiment. That's a wrap for 2022, folks. Yeah, I'm with it.
Whoa. 2022 also happens to be part of next season as well. Is that where we're at? We're just out on him as a whole.
I think he got that boy the U-Haul outside Depot.
Okay, that's fair.
I think he got the passport stamp.
If that's what he's saying, I get it. If that's what he's saying, if he's not going to be here, but
I don't know if I'm coming off Depot next season if Jimmy Butler is not on the team. But yeah, go ahead. My fault.
If Tyler Hero eventually takes that starting spot, I think you keep Depot around because he's going to be cheap again.
Let him
and
go.
Then
He's going to be another veteran minimum at this
rate.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and then you give him that Tyler Hero role where you put the ball in his hands off the bench, and then see what happens there, and then you keep Gabe just in case. Thank you, Arbra, for the $4.99. Don't know. He said, "Tell me how the fuck we have Lakers and Mavs tomorrow instead of Philly Bucks on TNT tomorrow. Does that make any sense? No, it doesn't. But I mean, the Lakers are playing, so ratings. Let's go Heat. Like
that's why it makes sense.
Yeah, I guess. Only 47 likes. Let's go. Let's go home. I feel that. I'm pretty tired. So
take a little nap.
Telling you, make sure you like this video. We got to the 40-minute mark, which means y'all got about 3 minutes to get this to 100 likes. So I'm going to wrap this shit up.
Yes. Let's go.
Somebody keep track for me. I don't know who can do that, but I
got you.
I appreciate it. But yeah, what we finna talk about next? Let's talk about Kyle Lowry and how.
Hey, I was just gonna say we ain't talk about no Jimmy Butler at all today.
We gave him his baby.
I think people kind of hit on it, but it's like
he got his in between.
He got his in between.
It was a good game. 3
I just found it crazy. Gabe Vincent, 2 for 9, got a whole segment from all 6 heads, and Jimmy Butler.
Yeah, that boy earned that.
Yeah, he earned that. He earned that.
Because Depot wasn't looking good. You push Depot. You say Gabe was terrible, but Gabe looking smooth off the first game back.
Gabe, let me tell you something. Gabe looked regular as hell today, and if we play the Bucks anytime, they're gonna cook his ass like they did last.
And what they gonna do to Vic?
He's not gonna get cooked, but he's just not gonna.
You crazy as hell.
He's not gonna get cooked.
The bad quad, bro. Come on.
He wasn't getting cooked in none of those games that he played.
Who he was getting cooked by? Man was getting cooked by Drew Holiday, bro.
Gabe Vincent. He was getting cooked by anybody in a Bucks jersey that game.
Gabe was also doing his own cooking, so I guess it balances out.
Exactly. Man just want to find a reason to hate on the man, bro. Just say you hate Gabe Vincent and call it a day, bro.
I can't wait for the playoffs to start.
Neither can I.
But what you saying about Vic though? That's my issue with it. It's like it's Victor Oladipo with no Depot. It's Victor Ola. Like
I'm not advocating for Vic right now at this point, but I'm not advocating for Gabe. I'm not gonna give Gabe a pat on the back.
I don't think Gabe's gonna have like a crazy role in the playoffs either.
No, he's just a backup point guard.
Yeah, I think we're just
patting Gabe on the back because he empowering Bam and getting, and I know he can get Bam in his spots. I don't know if Depot can do that.
You don't think Gabe can play 14, 15 minutes in the playoffs, bro?
And be effective? No, I think he's just a filler. No, I don't think he's gonna be effective at all.
How many likes we got on this video, Jonathan Ramakan?
I don't think he's going to be effective at all.
4.
All right, so who did he play next? We got Boston, the most important game of the season coming up. Brian, the boy feeling good?
Boy feeling great. Listen, I'm trying to come up with a lie, bro.
Hey, hold on, Fernando. Hey, Fernando Lopez comment was crazy. We ain't put
Yeah,
that up.
that's a weird fucking comment. Don't say that shit, bro. This ain't,
We not gonna put that one up.
Nah, this is New Balance. Shout out to Kawhi Leonard. But fuck the Celtics, bro. We're the best team in the East, number 1 seed. We're unflawed. Like, you say shit about the Miami Heat, you're talking about the 1 seed. You're wrong. You can't have that opinion. So it's good. Double-digit win. I'm not worried about it.
For sure. Jonathan Robinson, the boy feeling good?
The boy feeling good. They lost Robert Williams, which I think is a huge part of them as far as defensively protecting the rim. They lost their defensive Bam Adebayo. Like, he's not the same guy offensively, but defensively, he's fucking good. Like, he's really goddamn good. So, not having him, like, they're going to be super thin on that front court. And, what are they going to have?
I don't have my red card on me, but that's a check right there.
I'm a happily married man.
The boy feeling good.
Kendall, the boy feeling good?
Absolutely not. These boys got to show me the Stockton Kings. No, sir. You don't get a vote of confidence from your boy. I'm expecting because it's 1.5 of them ones over there. Tatum is one of them ones. Jaylen Brown is a half of one of them ones. He definitely got it in him at his young age. Let's see how these boys react. You know what I'm saying? Let's see if Bam, Tyler and Jimmy, let's see what they do. Kyle Lowry, I want to see something. Fuck all that. You know what I'm saying? I don't care about none of that. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? I want to see them beat the best team playing in the East over the last 2 months.
These hoes in the comments called me Meg the Stallion. Fuck y'all.
Hey, yo.
Yo, they different out here tonight, bro. Yadier Cartagena, the boy feeling good?
The boy has no feeling towards his game. I am literally purely in observation mode because this is the matchup that the Heat have struggled with all season long. This is the matchup that even without Robert Williams, the Heat should probably still struggle with because of that team's defensive identity. Even without Robert Williams, that is still a good defense. They might not be an elite defense, a historic level defense. No, but they are still going to be a good defense, and good defenses have had our number all year long. So I'm excited to see what it looks like. I'm not going to go into this game with any expectations at all. Like, this team still is coming off of a very ugly stretch. They're still figuring out how to get their 4 best players to work. So I'm in observation mode. The boy is excited to see if the Heat can pull it out, but the boy is not going to put any expectations on this game. Like, if they lose, I won't be surprised. If they win, fantastic. That will be a big development for me.
Bro, I've been waiting to say it. That shit's sitting right there.
The fuck is you talking about? Like, that's what. Shut the fuck up. That's what I want to say. Threat, the boy feeling good?
The boy is feeling regular degular, man. I can't even say I feel good. I don't feel none of that, man. These boys got to show me, like Kendall said, man. I'm very optimistic about what we've seen in quarters 1 through 3. So I'm hype about that. But I want this to be a close game. I need this to be a close game because I want to see what they do in the clutch, in the final moments of the game against a good defensive team, against a good team. So I'm hyped to watch the game, but they got to show me. So I'm not feeling good. I'm not feeling nothing.
All right, so this is probably the most important game of the season. Like, this game will probably determine, like, where the Heat are. Was this really a rebound game, or would they do more of the same what they did in the last 4 games? So just being honest, like, y'all gotta be fucked up. The Heat finna blow that shit out. Fuck is y'all talking about? They don't have Robert Williams no more. We got Bam Adebayo. End of story. Daniel Tyson's over there again, a.k.a. Food.
Don't act like Al Horford ain't.
Food.
Bam,
bitch.
gotta show me.
Food, bitch. The Heat are going to blow that shit out by 40.
By 40?
40. You heard me.
You know, their record since January 6th is 29-7, or now 29-8. What the fuck?
Yo! Oh my
Timeout. Hell no. No.
That's crazy.
That was crazy. Nah, that was crazy.
He put CP3 up the point guard of 5 reasons.
That was crazy.
Wow.
Wow, bro. Royal, what are you doing after this?
That was quick.
Fuck a straight.
That
That boy
was
sent the bazooka at him.
Play the video, Jonathan.
That was crazy.
Play the
Whoa.
goddamn video, Jonathan.
Jimmy buckets. Clutch time.
Tyler Hero, what a finisher he's become.
Lane, Oladipo. Oh, that's right. You better mean mug after you dunk on somebody that way.